A pretty harsh rejection of this 9-day EMA in here off the weekly chart. And that's because what happened earlier in this week. You go into the daily chart here, you can see that we opened up Monday right up against this lower trend line of our previous wedge that we had drawn in here. So the lower trend line, we were below that. So that it used to be a support. It acted as resistance. We respected that trend line. And then on Tuesday, obviously, big pullback. And then ever since then, just kind of going down below there. So we broke the 200, we broke the 9-day EMA, and actually a 9-day EMA crossed under the 200 here on the daily. So that's where we get where we are currently on this weekly chart, why it looks like it's such a harsh rejection, because basically it was Monday started looking sort of promising, green candle indecision, but then other than that, nothing going for us in here. So we're currently trading in this channel here 39 to about 35. That's going to be an area that we're probably going to be staying in. We're trying to find some footing here between the 36.5 and this 37 for our supports. It's holding so far, but I don't think it's going to hold up that much longer. It looks like it needs to pull back a little bit further to hit that 35s, and then we can start working our way higher in there, because the 35s was a much better support for us back in November and back in July of last year. If you go all the way out to December of the previous year, that was a very, very good resistance for us. So 35 has a lot more supports, and it's a better psychological level, obviously, than trying to say 36.5 or 37 for your support. So it looks like it wants to pull back there and then head back up to the 39s and then battle again. Our gray shaded rectangles in here that represent our expected moves for each month looks like that's right in line with our channel 2 that we're currently trading in. So by April, everybody's pricing in right around 3.5. You go here, everybody's pricing in right around 5.5. You go out to June, looks like everybody's trying to price in right around $6 of an expected move. So you still got good juice in here on all your premiums. Your expected moves are relatively high compared to itself, just because of all your implied volatility in here. And actually, if you're trying to trade a strangle here in June or May, you can get the May 30 delta for about 280 in here. So decent premium in here, whichever way you want to play it. But if you are trying to trade something in there, your 30 delta strangle is trading for right around $2.80 in here. So we're going to see what happens in here as we close out this candle in tomorrow's trading session. We're going to see what next week brings. It looks like we're going to kind of be going down here to this 35s within the next couple weeks, and then kind of plowing our way back up to the 39s, but we'll kind of have to wait and see what happens. But all in all, good volatility still in here and some good juices in our options to kind of trade this whichever way we want. But we got to be careful in here, just because we don't want to get whiplashed if we're kind of stuck one way. But good rejections of the 9-day EMA, respecting all our trend lines, previous trend lines that we have drawn in here. And the TA is basically telling us what we should do in here going forward. Also, expected moves, if we want to do immediate expected moves, right around 74 cents by tomorrow. You go out to next Friday, $2 to three, following Friday, right around 2.5 in here. So if you're kind of playing this short and not as long term, and looking at the weekly chart, you're trying to play it shorter, you got 74 cents to play with tomorrow and around $2 by the following week. So decent IV in here, play it as you will. Looks like this $39 to $35 channel will hold. Our options traders are pricing in exactly that, and it looks like we're going to stay within this channel here for the time being in here going forward. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you're interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.